Welcome back to the night show. It's me again, Javi, your host. And today I'm here with
Joe.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. Appreciate that meal. There we go. That's what we love. So, how are you today? How are you feeling?
I'm really good. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, nice. How was the drive? Did you drive?
I did not drive. I was promoting my photography. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Just take your time. Just get comfortable.
Yeah, okay. Okay, anyways.
Just put Jeopardy music in the background while doing that.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Okay.
but okay. And you were just kind of just promoting your stuff on your stories, which I saw with
On
all this
Instagram.
recent photography that you did.
Yes.
The recent one that you did was I saw your story was like I forgot the name of it or the model, but the one with like the whole beekeeper.
Yes, the beekeeper. That was Nilo. Shout out.
Shout out. So tell me about that photo shoot.
So that one was actually Miguel's photo shoot. Him and Nilo creative directed that one. I was just like the lighting assistant, but we had some like fun ideas back and forth. It was nice to like do it outside because we had like the freedom to like just do some creative poses. Some of the shots I was on Miguel's back, just trying to get like really high.
Trying to get like
photos.
the angles.
Yeah, and then we had like me like with this like big like reflector, just trying to get like the sunshine on his face. It was really fun to like play around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we done a photo shoot as well. My first photo shoot with you was Cupid.
Yes, it was Cupid. I love that shoot so much. It means a lot to me.
So explain
actually.
that one. Explain
Okay.
Cupid, how it means to you.
Okay, so Cupid, that shoot was basically. Okay, so imagine, I'm going to explain what it was. Okay, for those who don't know, it was basically a take on the idea of what would happen if Cupid wanted the love that he like gives to others. And what I mean by that is like, you know how Cupid is known to like shoot a bow and arrow and two people will fall in love and then that's it. Like that's just kind of the end of it. But I always get curious like, okay, but what happens if like Cupid's a bad person? Because I have trust issues. So I'm very curious of like, are there stories on this? And there's not really many like takes on that idea other than like he's like a divine angel. So he's like not capable of bad sin, like horrible sins like that. So that's where I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna come in and basically make a story for myself that's obviously not real. But in this story, Cupid, he has a list of girlies that he's just like obsessed with, and he's basically a serial like love bomber, I guess. So he shoots like these girlies. We didn't actually shoot; no girlies were harmed in this project, but yeah, so he basically shoots these girls and they fall for him, and then he just kind of moves on to the next girl, and that was supposed to replicate the idea that, sometimes people will just serial like style break people's hearts and just move on and not give a fuck and blah blah blah. So that's where Cupid gets arrested by another Cupid, because if they are divine angels, I assume they would be holding each other accountable. So that's why I was like, heaven, prison, not the same thing, but it's the same idea of like holding people and like holding like souls.
Okay.
So that's where like imagine the jail cell was heaven, and that's like there's a bunch of Cupids. So that's why there's like multiple Cupids in this situation. And then there was one girl who was basically crazy enough to follow Cupid. And it's kind of morbid. I'm laughing because it's kind of morbid, but it's not that bad. So basically she's crazy enough to like follow Cupid into this prison. But if we're keeping in mind that like this prison is heaven, you can assume how she got to this point to be with him, if that makes sense. So she basically admits herself into prison, saying that like she is hurt, like she's in trouble and she should be in custody because she loves this man so much, and that's her crime, because it is a crime to love someone who doesn't love you back. And that's dramatic, but it's really deep, and all of my projects are very deep. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that one. It just kind of is open-ended because most stories like that are open-ended and you never really know what happens to them. It kind of just, I haven't posted the final part, which I'm not going to like expose yet because I don't know how I want to present it yet. But
Oh, so you were done with it?
I'm not done. There's one final part that has to do with our Cupid's crush going to prison herself and being in the jail cell, but we'll get to that later. Just go follow Retro Angel Dollhouse for more. But
You've done a lot of photo shoots. For you've done one for I believe it was for the Valentine's one. It was Valentine's shoot,
Yes.
and then you did another one. What was it? I forgot the name of it because you had the ones where like they're like eyes were gouged out. Like there's a lot of gore.
Yes, I love that. That one. Okay, that one was the femme horror stories by Joe, and that's also another pretty morbid storyline, and it's pretty. I don't know if you want to like hear. Like,
No, go ahead, go ahead. Like
just, okay.
just go ahead. Yap.
Okay. So basically, okay. So that one was okay. Okay. So you're familiar with American Horror Story?
I've only I'm familiar. I never watched it like that, but yes, I'm
But you know
familiar.
the idea that each season is different from the others, yet they have the same cast and like the same like creepiness and style to it. So basically what I did was I used to be a marketing student slash intern business whatever person at my college, and I used to coordinate meetings and we used to do stuff like that. So I basically applied that skill of like coordinating people and getting people together, and then I applied it to the studio that I found that has 5 bedrooms. And I was like, oh, this studio is crazy. It's so pretty. I don't know if you saw it. It was like the pink retro. It was a pink
Yeah,
playhouse
the
that we
pink,
did for the
yeah.
kiddos. Yeah. Okay, so it was there, and I was like, "There's 5 bedrooms. I want to utilize all of them. How can we do that?" So I created 5 different photo shoots, each completely different concepts, completely different makeup artists like used on each one. And I don't know how I don't know how, but somehow in a month I managed to get like 25 people in this tiny ass room and create femme horror stories, and each one has its own like creepy I guess like moral to it. I really like storytelling and like children's books and the way that it's like so simplistic, but it's also like so powerful and meaningful. And that's like what I'm trying to like capture with my photos, but I'm still learning how to like edit and like actually do the photography part. So yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
that was that project.
So
Yeah.
was that like your biggest project that you've done so far?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. Everything's been a blur for the past like 2 years. We kind of just like, I don't know. I kind of just stole Miguel's camera like one day, and I was like, can I try something?" And then we like did it one day, and then I just got really excited, and then we just
Oh,
bounced
you had an
ideas.
epiphany.
Yeah, it was one of those. Well, the thing is, okay, listen. No, listen. So I have a jewelry business called Joe Crumb, and I have been in charge of the marketing and all of the business aspects for that since I was like 19. So I did photo shoots for the jewelry. So it was just photos of like the neck and like down. But then because like I have a camera and I have really pretty friends, of course we're gonna take more than just neck photos. We're gonna take a photo shoot. Like we're not just gonna waste the whole fit. You know what I mean? So then it turned into like these tiny little shoots that I did with just some like homies or some students that like I found at school, and then that's what I would advertise for my jewelry. And so now I'm like, okay, but I did that with my iPhone and my tiny little digital camera that I got in
Hey, fuck it. Hey,
2007.
if it makes it
So
work,
it
works.
worked, and it was really cute. And everyone knows that style is like super popular, and like it's just so cute. And so, anyways, I had that, but then Miguel has like this fancy, really pretty, cool camera that I got to play with, and then I realized that me and Miguel have like a really similar like not like vision for ourselves, but like our visions like go together, and like there's like a lot of like teamwork that goes involved to all of our shoots. So like it's been more of like, I don't know, it's just like me and Miguel's, I don't know. Yeah.
It's kind of like just like
Yeah, I just like had a moment. I was like, oh, I like this and I want to do this for fun. And then I just started using all my money to invest
your
in,
money.
and yeah, because it's fun and I want to have fun. Like I'm here for
shit, you know what?
I'm here for the experiences, and I'm like, okay, I am paying rent and I'm also able to make art. Why wouldn't I try
Oh,
to
shit.
do it? I'm not
Okay.
going to say it's easy. I'm very much struggling, but it's worth it in my opinion because we're creating with
You're
people.
creating something that you like to do.
Yeah. And so when I say it's been a blur, honestly, like we've met so many people and like we've networked so much compared to how much we used to like how little we used to talk to people before. So it's like really crazy to like think
So you've
about.
opened up like a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm so proud. But also, yeah, Femme Horror Stories was my biggest project to answer your question. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. What was your first project ever? Like not even like spoken of.
Oh, okay.
Probably like archived.
Okay. So I have this friend. I'm gonna shout her out. Her name is Rebecca Morales. She's a really, really talented photographer. Okay. Anyways, so me and her, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because we're not like, but we used to mess around with the camera a lot when we were younger because I had my dad's real estate camera, so it was like a little Sony. I honestly don't ask me questions about what type of camera I use or anything, because like I don't.
All you know is just take
I
photos
don't
and then
fucking
that's
know
it.
if it has a button and if it has a functioning flash, then like that's all we need.
That's
you
the
know?
camera right
That's
there.
the camera. If we don't even have a camera, then my phone is perfectly fine. Like for me, it's more like what we're capturing, not really the final, like finish on it.
I mean, you
But
can always edit it, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
make it look like it was taken on a professional camera,
exactly,
like
exactly.
an Acon or some shit like that.
Yeah. So I would say our first project that we worked on was like professionally, like she went into film at her college. So whenever she would like come back home, we would like mess around with like filmmaking and stuff. And I was in a relationship at the time. So this was in, yeah, this was in like 2019, 2020. So you can imagine it's like quarantine, COVID era.
Oh,
like, it was
I see where everybody dead ass picked up a
romanticizing.
camera and everything.
Yeah, everyone like started romanticizing their lives and stuff. So like we did a very euphoric photo shoot, like just me and her, but then we did a film for her and it was actually called What If, that she submitted to her college and it got into like a film festival, which was really cool.
Oh,
and it
shit.
was, yeah, the concept was basically like me and my now ex, we were running into each other, and then once me and the guy passed, it like had this montage of what I wanted in a relationship and then what he wanted in a relationship, but we were imagining it with each other. But then the end of the film, we like keep walking, and it's just like we both like
Oh,
it shows
shit.
it zooms into our feet, and it's just like we turn around, but then it cuts, and that's it. And it's just like really cute. It's like a 2-minute film. I really recommend it. It's on my portfolio if you guys ever want to see it. So that was like my first real project that like I felt like super duper proud to put my name on that one. And then the first project that me and Miguel did together was for Max Diaz, and he's a local artist here in Houston as well. And we were doing a music video for one of my old friends, and it was a take on like abuse and assault. So it was like a really heavy piece that was basically following this girl who's just living her life, and this guy is just toxic, and like it's like her ex-boyfriend. Whatever, you should just watch it. It's really trigger warning. There's a lot of violence, and the makeup was done by the same artist who did my Femme Horror Stories makeup.
Shit.
So that's where I got that network from and brought it over to that shoot.
Man,
so it
this
was
is kind of like day one for you.
yeah, it was really cool to see like all of my friends like coming together. And it's like so many people, like, like when you say like, oh, I don't really have that many friends, like I don't really do much on the daily, but like you have so many people in your network. And like that was the main thing my parents taught me, was to use my network, is like don't waste the people in your lives. Like their purpose is literally to be in your life for a reason. So like find what that is, whether it's like for fun or like emotional support, or if it's like for creating art. So like this, for example, like I met you and Saint and like completely different occasions, but yet like now we're here doing this, and it's just, I don't know, it's so fun.
It's funny. The first time we met was actually in a Saints party, but I was like drunk as fuck. I got intoxicated that night. I was like on the brink of alcohol poisoning. I fucking threw up literally that night. Not fun.
Alcohol poisoning is not fun. I'm allergic to alcohol, actually.
What the fuck?
But I drink
what the
it.
fuck is this then? What is
alcohol? Listen, I'm allergic to a lot of things, but I'm not. I told you, I'm here for the experiences of life.
You're here for a good time, not a
I'm
long
here
time.
for a good time.
Fuck, it passes out right now.
Have you ever been roofied?
What? What? Whoa! Yeah. What?
Do, 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 do.
Whoa! You like oversharing a lot, don't you?
I love oversharing because I feel like what's the point of living? Like, what's the point of having that experience, right? Like, what if you get into a car accident and you're just like,
Randomly, just like.
I remember that time I got into a car accident. But then you could also be like, remember that time I got into a car accident? Like,
Just I don't know. We're just bluntly.
it's just like it's okay to feel the feelings, but it's also funny to laugh at. Like it still happened. And it's like an episode in your life. Like if you're okay, hear me out. If you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm the main character, this is my TV show, this is my movie, but then not like, do you get what I'm saying?
I see. I think I think so.
It's like these are experiences. It was in the past. It happened.
Is it like a little bit of lore attached to you?
So my point is, I'm allergic to a lot of things, and if I'm gonna die, at least I enjoyed the food that I ate.
What foods are you allergic to?
Period. Crawfish.
Okay, that's
I love
understandable.
crawfish.
You still eat that shit?
I eat that shit. Oh, I used to drink soy milk I love soy milk, but I'm allergic to soy apparently now, and I eat edamame, and I'm fine.
Edamame?
Yeah, apparently. It makes me itchy, but like it's okay. Like I can move past it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still on that. Like, you ever got roofied?
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, funny story. Okay, I'm not gonna overshare, but just like crazy connection, right? So I got maybe I shouldn't say that. So I got sick at this I got sick. So at this concert, I told my therapist about this situation, right? Because I'm like, oh, that's crazy. My therapist was like, wait, I went to school with that artist. And I got roofied at. And I was like, that's so funny. Run me my money. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
No, but yeah. That's not funny. That's crazy. I mean, it honestly makes it better. See, this is why you tell the story. Like this is why oversharing is good, because then you realize how small the world is. Like,
no, honestly, that is actually really true. To be honest, that is really true. Yeah. Because I met somebody. I met one of my friends from a concert that, well, my ex broke up with me later that night. Mm-hmm. And my friend, she was standing like right next to me and her when this girl fainted at this one part of the song. And then we ended up going to a concert, and we were talking and shit, and we were like, oh yeah, I went to go see DPR, Ian, a Korean R&B artist. I went to go see them, and then I got broken up later that night. I talked about it, all that shit, and they were like, what the fuck? I went to the same concert and everything, and then yeah, like literally, they were like literally like they were literally like diagonally from me.
Yeah.
When that shit happened. I don't think that's oversharing from it, but that's like a little like from like little world or whatever. That is a little.
I don't know much about the invisible string theory.
Huh?
I don't know much about the invisible string theory, but that sounds like it.
What is that invisible string theory?
The invisible string theory is just that like you're kind of like you're tied to someone all the time, but because we have like free will or whatever, we don't always cross paths, but there's all different opportunities too. So like it's really funny because shout out Kiko from the Kiddos. We both went to the same concert in 2019, and it was one of my first like indie concerts that I had gone to where I met the artist, and he also met the artist. It was No Vacation. Like,
oh shit.
No, yeah. And it's funny because we both have like the same POV or the same video, but from different POVs, and it's really cute. And I'm like, that's crazy, but we never met until like this year or last year. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Invisible string. So it's like there's a string. But like,
but
something like that. But it's invisible. Something like that, man. Like you're tied, but you're not like you're meant
completely
you're
tied.
meant to meet. Yeah.
Okay. Have you always lived in Houston?
Yes.
Always.
No. Okay, so I'm from
San Francisco, California.
I'm from San Francisco. And then.
How was Cali life? Or like, did you like live there like for like a little bit?
I was there till I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, so I was a baby. Shit on there, huh?
Yeah, but it's nice. We visit a lot because we have a lot of family there. Yeah, it's really nice.
Like all of them in San Francisco?
Huh?
All of them are in San Francisco or like different parts of Cali?
So I have some in San Francisco. I have some in Vegas. Not anymore. Well, yeah, I have some in Vegas. And then I have some in Tennessee, and then the Philippines. Everyone else is like in the Philippines.
Oh, you have like a fuck ton more family.
They're kind of scattered. Yeah, they're all everywhere, but mostly California. And then me and my cousin are like the only ones. So me and my cousin are like sisters.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
How many times have you visited to Cali so far? Have you done any projects over there in Cali? Or have you planned to?
No, I don't plan to. I want to live in the West Coast, but probably not California, just because like the living there just is not. It also just I feel like I don't know. I just don't want to. I'm avoiding the whole, you know what I mean? I don't want to go over there. Just in the industry that I'm in, I don't want to fall in that. So I want to go to Seattle because it's a little bit more quiet and like I like the woodsiness of it, but then also like the beach side. And I also have some family there who have been very willing to like take me in whenever. So I'm just down to go to like Seattle and just start over. But I think I'm kind of doing really well here. Not really well, but I feel like I really like the
you're doing well enough.
I'm doing well where I like the connections, and now I'm like, fuck, I have ties. So I'm going to stay because I love everyone that I've met, and I don't want to leave yet. So
no, yeah, especially because isn't like Seattle expensive as well? Isn't like the East? You say East Coast, right? Is that
West Coast?
West Coast. West Coast. Isn't the West Coast? Zoom in on that. Anyways,
it is expensive. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah. No, I've been to Seattle like 2-3 times. That's just fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's so nice though.
It is. It is. Everything there is calm and not so urbanized as over here. This is one thing I hate about Houston, like how fucking urbanized it is, and how much fucking traffic there is now.
Yeah.
I just hate that shit. But we did a music video shoot with the kiddos.
We did.
It was should we?
That was fun.
I mean, either way, that's gonna come out by then. We did. Oh right, you were there for Sugar
Rush, and then
for Talk About It.
Talk about it. Yes.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Talk about it. You know what's really funny? Okay, actually no. It's so cute because Kiko told us that it was like he thought of like my Pearl Party as he was like writing those lyrics. And
really?
Yeah, my Pearl Party is a little event that I made for myself and for Joe Crumb. It was basically like just a little thing for people to make art, and I'm gonna sell it to raise some money for Palestine. But yeah, sorry, not to make this like kind of sad, but yeah, that's what that was for. So it was really cute when we were listening to Talk About It, because there's a part where he goes, "Speak your truth," and I was like, wait, that's like what we were saying that night, and he's like, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of, and I was like, oh, so it's
also
shout out,
a little reference.
It makes me so happy. I don't know, just yeah,
okay,
the connection, little world, but yeah.
Oh, that's just refreshing. All right, we'll be right back from this break.
Slay.
And we're back from break. Thank you for staying. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure.
No, but so with all the projects we have going on so far, of course, we're talking about how you did it, how you've done everything in the past. Back in 2019, you did a little montage.
Which montage?
For your senior year project.
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
What you mean?
That's weird. Where did you find that? Wait, is it on my is it on my thing?
Oh no. You're Joel. We have to know.
No. Yeah, I did, but that's crazy. Because I can't even find that video. That's why I'm like, wait.
You can't even find it?
I can't find it. Because no, okay, listen. So when you're like editing something in fucking iMovie, and like you delete one clip from like something else,
See,
and then
I never had iMovie. I had an Android, so.
No, I'm just kidding. So okay, anyways, if you delete a clip from it, it will lock the video. Like you can't open the video again because it's missing a file.
Oh, so we're talking about like deleting it from your gallery type.
Yeah, like okay. I deleted one little clip from my gallery just probably because I thought I didn't use it, and then now I can't open it. So it's literally every time I open it, it says cannot find file. So like And it's been like that for 2 years. So that's why I'm like, how did you find that? That's actually crazy. No, that's crazy. Like, no, wait, okay, yeah, no, what about it? It was, yeah, that was that was a thing. Damn, rest in peace to all those friendships, am I right?
Oh fuck.
No, like real shit. Like it's okay. You know? I feel like everyone's too like scared to talk about their past. Like it's like you don't have to kill off the memory. You know what I mean? It's still a cute thing. But yeah, that was a really cute project. I basically was highlighting the project was basically or like the prompt was do something using media to show something that you learned throughout high school because it was like a senior project. And so my concept was like, yeah, I learned a lot of stuff through school and like the education system, but I also feel like I learned so much more through like my friends and like my family and like pretty much everyone. So the montage was like a montage. I used to vlog a lot. Like I have a lot of videos. So I literally just put them all together in like a cute like
Little montage.
highlighting all my friends, and I kind of wanted it to feel like an intro to like a TV show, like a sitcom or something, because I view my life as a sitcom, so that's how I see it.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
it's like a theme, like in my head, it's like a theme, like theme song. I don't even remember what song I used on it. That's how long it's been since I've. That's crazy.
Bro, I had to do some fucking digging for that. And what about Model Factory?
What is Model Factory? Is that Fashion Houston?
I'm pretty sure whenever because you try to do modeling, right? For
No! Wait, no, wait. Is this? Don't wait. Just tell me, is this an American thing?
I mean, because I looked it up and I saw that, so I don't know if like
That's so funny. I honestly don't know what that is, but I
Really?
have had multiple modeling endeavors. Yes.
okay.
I attempted. And it was one of those things. So I have like my toxic trait is that I just want to know if I can do it syndrome, where I just try things for the sake of trying it, know that I can do it, and then just put it in the back of my brain. And I'm like, dope.
Like I have that in the bag.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fine. Like there was one time I saw this video that was like using, I think they use like baking powder and like nail polish to make like a clay. And so it was weird. This is random, but I'm just
Oh.
I was scrolling on and I saw someone using like powder and a liquid to create like a clay that like dries and whatever. So I remember seeing that in like 2017 on Taste Made because it was like an edible, like a food thing. But then I applied that recently because I was like, I want to make a fake cake for my femme horror story shoot.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I remember seeing this one video that was like, so like talk shit. Talk all you want about 5-minute hacks, but I love them. 5-minute crafts. Shout out because they are so creative. They're so weird, and I love it.
They are creative. However, some
think,
stuff makes you really wonder.
It makes you wonder, but you're watching it. It still comes up on your feed because you watched it maybe once too many times.
No,
isn't that crazy? The internet is not real. Like, but that's another conversation.
No, we have that right now.
What about it? But the internet's not real?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, we just like everybody's kind of just stuck at that shit, just fucking staring at their fucking phone all the time, and then that's just kind of distracting you from everything else.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people, like, I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot of people as if I don't do this. I feel like we all are victims to like these subcategory niches and micro trends and shit like that. And then you enter the real world and you realize it's really not like that, and then you feel misplaced, and then now you just. You know what I mean? It's like you're like putting too much weight on the internet, on like value on what the internet has to say, as opposed to experiencing it yourself and having like developed your own thoughts about something instead of being like, oh, you listen to that artist, fuck you. Like what? Like I just like I don't know. It's just I just think it's goofy to like take it too seriously. That's why all my accounts are pretty intentional as like treating it like different entities and like because at the end of the day I know that's not really what my life physically looks like, you know what I mean? Like we know what this studio looks like on the other end of it, and then it's like you just know like it's not
Not everything's real.
Nothing's real. Everything's made up. Everything's like cool. And like, I don't know. It's fun to like.
Just made out of cake, whatever.
Yeah, this is cake or fake. Fake or not. Cake.
Oh no, you give it a try. Here you go.
Oh.
Try that out right now. No, but
yeah.
All right. Well, anything that's next for you for any projects?
I don't know. Honestly, well, I mean, I have some like little shoots here and there just for like client work and stuff, but I also have some fun. Okay, so you know how I said I love children's books and I love. Okay, do not cancel me. This is what I mean. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. I love Dr. Seuss. That's it. I love Dr. Seuss. And it's just I love him. And I finally found some people who love him as much as I do and his work. And like, yeah, like fuck that guy. He's like a shitty person, but like he definitely raised me. He like there's a big chunk of my childhood that is dedicated to Dr. Seuss that I definitely want to pay ode to. So I have a lot of like those types of styles in mind that I really want to like reference. But yeah, I'm just always looking for people to work with and like new friends and models, which is new faces all the time. Like we want the dollhouse to be new, like new people, like no experience, just people willing to make random shit.
Like me, for example, for the Cupid one. Like you did that, like you had an epiphany that night.
Yeah.
You had an epiphany that like you did as like just like had like an idea and just like put it out there within like it took you what like 3 days to get it all set up?
Yeah. I was just like because okay, here's the thing. If someone follows me on Instagram, it might take a minute, but I'm definitely thinking of them. Like all this. Like I think of the people that I see, especially if they're trying to be active and they're trying to put themselves if they're trying to put themselves out there, and then I like take note of it in my head. I'm like, okay, this person seems like they're willing to be a little weird for this concept maybe. So let me reach out. And then usually they're like, oh my God, yes. Or like something really creepy that I do. This is where like you can just, not everything has to be like a stupid thing that people do. Everything can be reworded into like a skill, if that makes sense. Because you know how like when you're in like a toxic, no, I don't want to say toxic, but you know when like you're having a little crush on someone and you're like FBI agent suddenly just stalking them. I do the same thing, but with pretty, like not just pretty people, but pretty people. Like I stalk, if I see something and I see they're doing something funky, if it's funky or it's like unique, like I want it to be like, okay, this person shows that they are willing to do something a little out of the norm for the sake of art and like sorry, Miguel, I just stole that. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, we just want new faces and just literally anyone who's like patient enough to like stand around and wait until I figure something out, because that's usually all it is just a lot of people just waiting, like hours of waiting sometimes, but it always comes out like really cool.
It always comes out good.
Yeah, especially like when the people are like actually super down and actually like you don't even have to get the vision, you just have to be willing to try it. And I just appreciate it so much when people trust me
like trust the process.
Yeah, they trust the process because it is a process. Like some people oh my gosh, I remember I had a couple models recently that wanted pretty pictures and I kind of got them to do this project with me, and we ended up using body paint on them and prosthetics on them, and they weren't expecting it. So it was really funny because it was definitely like, I don't know if I want to do that, or like
kind of skeptical about it.
Like, okay, but like, do I really? And it's like, I fully understand. We all work, like we have a lot of shit going on. We don't really have the time to be sitting around doing dumb things just for art. You know what I mean? But it was really cool that they were willing to sit around for 4 hours, like plus just waiting for their turn to get like makeup and hair, and like the stuff ended up being really cool and they loved it, and I'm just really excited to share it. But like, yeah, it's a take on Men in Black, which is really fun because but yeah, more on that soon. Retro Angel House.
Okay. And one last thing, I always say this on every night show. What advice would you give to anybody out there who's trying to be, a creative photographer or someone like you, what you're doing?
Okay. I have a couple things.
Go right on ahead.
First thing is literally like one, it's okay. To some people, okay, I understand when people beat themselves up for like, oh, like I'm not doing enough or I'm not doing this. I'm just scrolling on Instagram and like, yeah, like you are doing that. You could be doing more, but at the same time, you're absorbing content and you're absorbing inspiration from all different things. And it just so happens to be on the internet because that's the world we live in and that's okay. Like, I feel like a lot of people like glorify real life, but it's starting to become a fuzzier line between real life and the internet. So it's like it's okay if you're absorbing that inspiration. Another thing is also just to get up and literally do it because if you're not going to do it, one, either someone else will and it's not going to be the same idea that you had, so it's not going to be to your standard and you're just going to be annoyed, or it's just not going to get done. And like that was like the one thing one of my teachers taught me in high school and college, where it was like, just if you don't do it, like who will? Mm-hmm. And I also think I just lied to you and said that was a teacher in high school and college. I'm pretty sure that was RuPaul's Drag Race. Like I'm pretty sure that was a RuPaul quote where he's like, he's like, if you don't do it, if you don't do it, who will? Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I love that. Just fucking do it. Yeah, because like just get up and try it. If it looks bad, at least you learned something and now you have something to add to your portfolio.
Trial and error.
Yeah. And there's always someone will always like your shit. That's another thing. Someone out there will like it. You just have to put yourself out there for it to be seen, because else like no one's gonna see it if it's just in your room. I realize that because okay, I'm so sorry, I keep yapping. No, go ahead, I have a wall in my room. Actually, no, I have walls in my room that are just paintings and like random shit that I've collected or that I've made or that I've like whatever, and it just was never seen. And I was getting hear me out. Okay? I was getting mad that people weren't giving me credit for knowing how to paint, and I was getting upset at the world that like, why doesn't anyone like recognize my skills in painting? Like, why do people get surprised when like da 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 da? Bitch, I wasn't posting anything. How the fuck are they gonna know that I paint that good? Like, and like, it sounds goofy. Like, yeah, it's obvious, but at the same time, it's like, you have to put yourself out there to be seen. And if you think about this in like a 2000 sense, or even any time in the past, trying to be famous, literally models, people would just walk the streets and just get seen. Like you would literally just get seen. Why treat it the same thing? Like everyone you see is a possible connection and a possible network, and just fucking do it. It's not scary. People are equally as, you know how people are like, oh, I don't want to step on this bug, but this bug is like, oh, the bug is more scared of you than you are of the bug. Fucking, this is the same thing with people. It's like, oh, I don't want to message them because what if it's a stupid idea? It's like, who cares? Then what? Like, you're not going to see them in real life. It's like, you're going to like,
you're never going to know unless you actually do it.
Yeah, be like, oh, my bad. Okay, maybe we can do something else next time. It's never that deep. It's never that deep. It's my tape.
Just like a quote right there. Just like a quote right there from Joe. It's never that deep.
It's never that deep. Just make your shit. Don't overthink it.
All right, well, thank you so much. Now let the people know at home where they can find you.
Oh, okay. So if you would like to see / be a part of the Retro Angel Dollhouse community, follow me at Retro Angel Dollhouse on Instagram. I also like to model, and you can see some of my modeling stuff on Honeycrumb without the vowels. So HNYCRMB. Yeah. And then I make jewelry as well. But okay, honestly, recently not as much. Let's be real. I have to like edit photos and stuff, and that takes up a lot of time. PSA, editing photos takes up a lot of fucking time. So stop rushing people to do their shit. Like, let them make their art. Anyways, you can also cut the mean parts out because that's kind of rude. But anyways,
leave that in there.
Also, so I make jewelry and I have some charitable events and stuff coming up soon once I get my shit together. But you can go see that at Earth number 2 Joe Crumb. JOCRUMB. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for the nice show. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, share with everybody that you know. Share with people at work, all right? All right, and have a good night, good morning, whenever you watch this. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Sade. Yeah.